are the 5 easiest houseplants that you can own today. Now you're probably asking yourself, how easy? Well, I've hardly done anything for the past 3 or 4 years to these plants, and they're still alive, and I'm not a plant person. So that must count for something. Plants are a great way to elevate your space. They filter out bad toxins, they're said to give you good mood boosters, reduce stress, and just bring overall happiness to your life. Now I can only imagine what happens when you have a plant and you're expecting all that, it's making you happy, and then it dies. It's you know, kind of depressing. But I'm here to give you good news, is that you can keep these plants alive, because I have, and I didn't even know what a green thumb was. These low maintenance plants are really amazing, and I do really highly recommend them. No one's sponsoring this video, so no plant manufacturer's getting anything. It's just my opinion on these plants. I love nature, and it's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat!
If you do want to make your home feel more cozy and more relaxing, I do have a video on lighting that's super important for your sleep and your health as well. Go check that out after this video. Without further ado, let's jump into what each of these plants are and how easy it is to maintain them. This is the snake plant, and this is currently in my office. It's right next to this window, so it gets a decent amount of light. Now, the snake plant is one of the highest oxygen producing plants. It even produces oxygen at night, which I just learned is pretty rare in plants. So that's cool. Snake plants also work double time to remove harmful toxins in the air. It removes more toxins than other plants. To the big question, how hard is it to maintain? I water this plant probably once a month, if not like 6 weeks to 2 months. And I take a glass like this that I do with all the plants, and I do basically 2 cups, and then I just let it chill. Now, I've had this plant in a dark bedroom, I've had it next to a brighter window with more light, and I've had it next to this, which is like a decent amount of light, and it's always done fine. It doesn't grow a super ton, and it stayed green, and it's very low maintenance, so the snake plant is pretty awesome. Let's jump over to one of my favorites, the ZZ plant. Here's one on my kitchen table, and another one on my coffee cabinet next to a big window. And the last little one that I just got, and it's in our dark bedroom next to this window, but the window's hardly open. It has about 6 new branches growing, which is amazing. This ZZ plant is one of the first low light, low maintenance plants that I've ever gotten. A company called Desk Plants showed up to my office, and they had these, and I wasn't convinced, but I got one, and I hardly ever watered it, and it's still alive today. And so we've had most of these for 3+ years, but it can basically survive in anything. In low light, I actually haven't tried it in really bright light, but mostly low light with no sunlight ever, watering it once every couple of months. And so these, you literally don't have to touch, and they grow, they chill, they survive. And so these are one of my favorite plants. They also look really nice. NASA did find that these plants do a lot of filtering, of course, like most plants do. They filter out bad toxins in the air. So yeah, ZZ plant, great plant. Let's jump over to the fiddle leaf fig tree. So this fig tree we've had for about 3 or so years. We've had it in a couple different houses, and it's been pretty low maintenance. I've heard people have really hard times with these plants, but honestly, I haven't really done anything to it. In our previous house, we had it next to a window that got like medium sunlight, never really direct except a couple hours in the morning. This window right here gets like a lot of direct sunlight. As you can see, it's blown out complete from the picture. So this thing has been growing like crazy. I water it every week, about 2 cups. 2 of these glasses, go boom, boom, and then the next week I'll go boom, boom. I don't really keep track of anything, so it could be like a week and a half, even up to 2 weeks. They say to let the soil dry all the way through and then soak it. And so that's basically what I do without keeping track. If you want this thing just to survive, put it next to a window that gets good sunlight. If you want it to thrive, put it next to a window that gets like crazy good sunlight, like this one does, and make sure you water it. One of the benefits of this plant is that it is way bigger, so it filters out more, and it looks pretty awesome. Like, who doesn't want a fig leaf tree? Like, they're super popular. So grab you one of these, and let's jump over to this hanging one right here. This plant is actually not one of my favorites, but we've had it as long as we've had this. We got both of these from Home Depot, but I just don't really care for it. Like it's whatever. My wife loves the hanging style. I do too, sometimes. As you can tell, there's some brown leaves that I need to like cut off and stuff. But to maintain this thing, I just give it some water once a week. And I give it about like half of this cup once a week. And it grows, it stays healthy, and it gets a good amount of sunlight once again from this window. But I have friends that have these in their kitchen with no windows, and they work great. This plant is called the golden pothos, or devil's ivy, devil's vine, golden pothos, silver vine, taro vine, money plant, silver pothos, money plant. Those are duplicates. They're pretty great plants if you want something that's hanging and long, and they can propagate, which is a pretty cool thing that I need to get into. So give me a comment and let me know which channel I should watch to learn how to do that. Now let's jump over to one of my favorite plants. Alright, this is the big reveal of my favorite plant. That's right, it's fake. It's a fake plant. It has no benefits besides it looks nice and you don't have to maintain it. So it is by definition the easiest plant to maintain. So those are the 5 main house plants that are great for low maintenance that we've had for multiple years and have hardly done anything to them. I suggest you check them out if you're scared of killing your plant. That's alright. If it dies, it dies, and if it lives, it lives. You know, it's a great philosophy to live by. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you have another plant that I should check out and add to my repertoire in my house, let me know. And if you're interested in that lighting video that I mentioned earlier to make your home more cozy and ambient, check that out here, and I will see you over there.